All right, I'm on hole number 2 of the Silver State Tournament. We're at the Milano, hole number 2, and I really like the fact that Golf Clash the last 2 tournaments has picked a tour and played that tour. Like, I've played in tournaments in the real world, and we didn't go to one golf course and play 4 holes and then go over and play 2 holes and then come back to another course and play another hole. We played a tour. And so Golf Clash has enough courses out there that it would just be nice if we could just play on a tour in the configuration that the tour is set up for. All right, I like to do a rough bump on here. I know that you can hit from here, and you can bounce to here, and you can do a little rough bump, and you can bleed it off in there, but that is, oh man, I just can't, all of the things that can go wrong with a shot like that. This is like playing putt-putt golf. I'm not skipping stones on the river. You can also shoot from here and then try and do the little rough bump or try and bounce it up on the green. I find that even with a low level, I came at this earlier with my low level account and I was using a big dog and it only has like 4.5 backspin, and I went right here and it still ended up, it went a little past the hole but not much past it. But if you come in here, and I actually think I got the Guardian in the golden shot, and I put on 6 backspin, and that was just a little too much. I'm going to try like maybe 5 backspin here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it up with 5 backspin and then get behind the hole over here so I can see it, set it up, take the wind out. Now, here's the deal about this hole. The tee box back here, if we can get the tee box in the picture, the tee box back here is here. And the green is like this, downhill. So you would think that if you're going downhill that you would have some type of a wind adjustment. If you look at the angle here, we are way downhill. That's why we can't get really close to our ball guide when we're trying to take out wind. Why it's a little bit difficult because it's so downhill. So you would think that we would add on a whole bunch. But for some reason, you need to come out here and hit this perfect. Just do a normal wind adjustment and hit it perfect, and then see where it goes, and then make a small adjustment and dial it in for your club. Because I play this hole, when I catch this hole in one-on-one, I usually don't do any extra wind adjustment, maybe 10%, and just make a normal wind adjustment. And it's amazing how often I get a hole-in-one on this hole, and I don't do any of those big wind adjustments. I don't know if when it hits the rough it takes an irregular bounce or what the deal is, but I would definitely not just take a stock number like 40 or 30% and go, that's what I got to use. I would try and dial that in with your club. Try and focus on perfect shot, and then if it doesn't go in, go back and watch. This is why it's important to record your own gameplay. Go back and watch what you did, and look at the actual wind ring adjustment that you did, and then see if you made a mistake. And if you didn't make a mistake and you see where the ball goes, then you can go, okay, based on that wind, I need to either take out more wind or I need to do, so that you can start to dial this hole in. But there's a serious hole-in-one shot on this hole. The question is, what ball do I bring? So I'm going to bring a Guardian. And you can do this with a Sniper as well. A Sniper might actually work better because you got more ball guide. What I'd like to bring is I'd like to start off with, I'm going to use a low wind ball here. We'll see what the nav does. See where that puts me in my club. So I should be about, we'll have to see where I'm at, but I may be in like mid club. So with a Sniper, that's about 1.2 per ring. Here we go. All right. Yeah, YouTube made a change here recently, here just like in the last year, where you have to, I'd like to start streaming. And streaming my, stream a qualifying round and an opening round and a weekend round, but you can't stream unless you have 1,000 viewers. So if you guys know anybody that wants to learn more about Rookie, head them my way. If I can get 1,000 viewers, I'll start streaming. because I played when I'm out messing around, you know, like everybody else, I play on my phone. But when I'm at home and I'm actually playing, I play with my tablet. So my opponents brought out a big ball, and they are going to do the bouncity bounce. And they were crossing their fingers and toes. I'm going to do 5 backspin right off the bat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No side spin. Still got 5 on there. Still got 5. And I'm going to do the ref bump here. I'm going to go right at it. And like literally right at it. And that's as close as you can get, so you can tell that it's downhill. So it's 2-2, and I'm going to do just a normal wind adjustment. Just about 2-2. And we'll see where it ends up. The whole goal here is to hit perfect, so we can start to dial in if there's a wind adjustment. Hit it great to the left. That 5 backspin was just a little bit too much. It was either a little bit too much or I need to come forward in my shot setup. I'll try 4.5, maybe 4 3/4 and see. I need to go back and watch that video and see where I set it up. What I should do, what you want to do is try and find a spot that's consistent. So like your orange ring off at the top or your orange ring off at the bottom, so it's always consistent. So you put your ball in that same spot where you're in that same spot, you've got the same amount of backspin, you're going right at the hole. Then it all boils down to wind adjustment because you're in the same spot. So I think the 5 would have worked. I just need to make sure that I have that ball guide coming just a little bit further out of the hole than what I had it. I like my odds on that hole of getting a hole-in-one. And I really, if you watch my videos on a regular basis, I'm not too concerned about how those hole-in-ones work out in the qualifying round or even in the opening round. My whole goal is to start to tighten the hole up and continue to work on the hole so that I peak on the weekend round, and that's where I get my hole-in-ones. Because what you find a lot of times is you go, yeah, I got hole-in-ones in the opening round, and you see you got this monster score, and then in the weekend round, you know, you don't get hole-in-ones all the time. So the weekend round, you already used up all the magic. All right, that was hole number 2 of the Silver State Tournament and Monday's practice round of the Rookie Division. Thanks for watching.